Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
Declarations, denizens of the deep, it's time to devour the diatribe of Fumble Through!
Fumble Through!
A podcast dedicated to the discourse of Dungeons and Dragons. You got it right, we are back for another installment of joy and adventure coupled with beer and stupidity. We sit here deep in the heart of the Fumble Factory, ready to complete feats of daring do for your entertainment. So get strapped in like we've strapped Brett down so he can't escape our foray into the world of the Forgotten Realms. Speaking of someone who loves a good strap-on...
Do you remember when he used to give me fun accents and stuff to do rather than just mean?
I love how it's a double D strap on.
And I was about to congratulate him on
Double
doing
D
it
or
one
DP?
go for the first
All
time
that
ever.
alliteration in one go.
But yes, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are enjoying drinking beers. If you have one you recommend or you want to send us one, let us know and,
But no strap
Put it
on
in socials.
recommendations,
So,
thanks.
speaking of beers, because I want to get in early, today's beer, again, we're going black hops because I've really enjoyed those. Today, not a dark one. It's a...
Is it not?
It is not. It's a hazy IPA today. It is the GOAT, the greatest of all time,
Okay.
from the Black Hops Brewery.
All right, tell us about it, Brett.
Well, the GOAT is the greatest of all time, and it's from the Black Hops Brewery.
Okay.
This juice bomb features a signature opaque appearance in the style paired with the explosion of tropical fruit flavours. Thanks to the generous late addition of Mosaic, Amarillo,
Is it a sour?
and El
Is it a
Dorado
totally
hops.
tropical taste?
No, it's a IPA.
Okay, count of four.
Oh, sorry.
Sleep
Oh,
together.
yeah.
One,
That's the
two,
story of my life, right?
3, 4.
This won the 2018.
Oh, Lindsay, you didn't spill it everywhere this time.
This one won the 2018 AIBA awards.
Oh, okay.
AIBA.
Holy shit, 1.8
Australian
standard
industry-
drink.
They've all been around
Oh
about
my
2
God.
units per
I
can.
think it's the Australian Industry Brewery Awards.
We
but
need like a
maybe not.
checklist of their beers.
Oi!
I
That is hoppy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like that.
Makes you hoppy.
Tequila makes me hoppy.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, hello.
That is a
Hello there.
That is a heavy drink, though.
It is.
That is not
It
a
is.
What do you
light
mean
nice.
beer.
What do you mean?
That is not a light summer beer.
What are you talking about?
You know
Lucky
what?
it's not summer.
You want a summer bright? Get a summer bright.
Well,
It's currently spring. Yeah, spring.
There's Peronis in there if you want one of those.
I could get
I do like a
pretty messed up on that. That's an easy drink.
It's an easy drink.
That's a
right?
very
and
easy
the
drink.
fruitiness is really.
Yeah.
I'm getting pineapple out of that.
Yep.
Mm.
That is very nice indeed.
I could
yeah,
have that with a pavlova.
and and some
No,
fun.
I'd
some
have
fun.
what is it? The hazy IPA. I'd have the hazy IPA with another hazy IPA.
with a side of IPA.
That is delicious. They are killing it. In
Black
this
hops are
brewery,
really.
eh?
I really,
Yeah.
really, really like the brewery.
Yeah.
I think they're
This is
good
not-
dudes.
This is certainly not my style of beer, but it is quite nice. I couldn't do more than one though.
No.
Nah.
What about the other stuff you've been drinking so far?
What?
The stouts.
Oh, I love the
You
stouts.
prefer the darker ones?
I prefer the stouts are the hopsy stuff. It's the hops.
I mean, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
a few over the years where I'm just like, I would, never go back to that again.
What I prefer in the stouts is the lack of fizz because I get so gassy with the
yeah.
the other ones.
But this would be a great break between a couple of stouts. Do you know what I mean? Just cleanse the palate almost.
I think this is between like a fruity entree and a steak mains. This would go really beautifully.
Or a
Yep.
steak would go lovely
Yeah.
with this, and a
Yep.
side of IPA.
And half a lobster.
Only half a lobster.
And-
Which half? The front?
Never the front.
Just the outside.
Always the back.
Just the inside.
But yes, if you have other brews you want to suggest to us, send them through on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or find us down and email us.
Fuck that. Just send them to us.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, we'll give you our address.
Fumble brew.
What do you do with a PA box or something like that? What do you call them here? Is it a PA
I
box?
just got a letterbox. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm
Give
not
your
precious.
Actual address out. Okay, fine, cool.
Yeah.
That's called doxing.
Well, you guys, I'll let you guys turn up.
True enough.
Can't get worse than this.
Challenge accepted.
The Fumble Factory is in an interdimensional space.
Yeah.
With that said, it is time for a segment that polarizes a table. Every week we talk about something nerdy, and this week is no exception, except for the fact that this week we are going to talk about something totally unrelated to nerd kind.
If it's sports, I'm out.
And it's kind
Look
of...
at the table, Lindsay. Is it likely to be anything sporting?
Hey.
No offense, guys.
Yeah.
We've all got a sport. You are sporty.
Yeah,
You do a thing. I used to do a thing.
fair enough.
What's your favourite kickball sport? Go with the local team.
Just when I wake up because they hang so low right now.
The older you get. This week's question, though, comes from a listener called Blake. And by a listener called Blake, the kid that lives in my house who was walking by while I was doing this. And I was like, what do you think people should talk about? And given the fact that he's a weird, socially inept teenager who's angry at the world, he suggested this question. But if you have a suggestion for a question, you should send it through with the beer. Just put it inside the beer can. And
A message in a bottle.
Yeah, we got
that's
Full
good.
bottle.
That's really nice because that does link to the question. And Blake asked, what are the best bands and songs from the 90s?
No.
With that age range at this table, this should be a very, very interesting discussion. And because, Luke, I know that you don't like music very much and don't listen to it, we're going to start with you.
No,
Hang on, hang on, hang
you
on.
come back to me. The 90s.
So
no.
I'm just going to say, Blake, I love Blake. He's my kind of weird, and he's one of 3 of my favourite children of yours, Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
This would be the first time he's ever listened for, a thing ever.
And by listened, that's me practicing
Right, yes.
the opening
Yeah.
so that I get it
You
right.
practice that?
How do you think I get all of that alliteration out without
That
fucking
is
it
the
up?
first time you've done it without fucking it up.
Yeah, I practiced this
That's why I
one.
didn't know you
Yeah, 12 times
practiced.
in the car. But you said our listeners gave us this question. Blake's never listened before in his life.
He has listened,
Has
and
he?
some of his friends have listened.
really?
Yeah. So
Well, I appreciate he's a good music geek, that Blake, and I love the fact that he is.
yeah,
From the 90s, though, jeepers.
yeah, and that was him too. He was like from distance, and he went 60s first. And I gave him a look, and then he went 90s because he just turned the 6 upside down. All right, what do we got here? Who's
Yeah.
got some ideas from the 90s? Let's take out. Okay, I'm going to try this a different way. Just turn the time dial back. Think about where you were in the 90s.
So fucking long ago.
From that area of, I think 1990 was the time of MC Hammer, all the way down to 1999, which I think we're deep in the heart of a Coldplay revolution. Maybe the Killers somewhere around there. Like,
It was that point that I went on my retrospective. So I was listening to Queen and Pink Floyd.
yeah, but that
and-
doesn't come from the 90s.
I know, but
You listen
I
to it in the 90s.
don't have any 90s reference point.
Oh, I've got okay. So I live in the 80s space. That is where I live. So this is really painful for me to
Okay.
actually think of stuff in the 90s. But I would just maybe I'd go with Blur.
Okay, nice. You are the Britpop revolution.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
hated Oasis.
You hated Oasis.
I hated Oasis.
Really?
Dreary, depressing.
Oh,
Yeah. No thanks.
okay.
Blur was a little bit more upbeat.
Okay, that's a very early
Yes.
half of the 90s kind. What about Luke in the late half of the... What about Disco Luke? What does Disco Luke listen to?
No.
What did
I'm
Luke at nightclubs go for?
cheese.
What?
Like 80s cheese.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
you really subsist on an
yes,
80s.
Yes.
What about
yes.
80s bands that re-release things or release things in the 90s, like in the very early 90s? Well, Guns N' Roses released an album there.
Yeah, was that Terminator?
That was the Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 as
yeah.
well. Terminator as well.
That was the Use Your Illusions 1 and
Yep.
2
Yep.
albums, the blue and the orange. Come on, let's get it right, guys.
Yeah,
Also, they released the Spaghetti Incident in that decade
Right.
too.
Right. So Weird Al Yankovic did bad.
Well, Weird Al definitely released a few albums
Right.
during that particular time.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
And this is the grunge era?
This is also the grunge era.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
kind of leading towards where I am.
Yeah.
So,
Can I just
keeping
say,
in
I would rather have another 2 minutes to come up with a character concept than answer this question.
Because you need to go miniature
keeping
shopping.
in mind, I was born late in the 80s. So,
Yeah, okay.
some early music was whatever.
The Wiggles.
Yeah, early music in the 90s was whatever my parents put on. But probably one of the first I think it was probably my first CD I ever bought.
Yep.
Was Offspring Americana.
Oh, okay. Give it to me, baby.
I remember listening to that a lot.
Okay.
And that was
Who's the band?
Offspring.
Oh, okay.
And they were big back then.
They were really big.
I remember them.
So, yeah, that was
It must have been big
a lot
for
of time.
When I think of the 90s, it depends on what mood I am in now, or depending on what songs I like. I like reminiscing around Nirvana. I did a show while I was in the 90s and I did a live performance, and it was all had the music of Nirvana and Pearl Jam and
Pearl Jam.
it all kind of that
Temple
takes
Pilots.
me back into that kind of space.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah. Wonderwall was pretty big, and Oasis was pretty big through that time.
Not for Luke.
Right.
It was there, constant. That was,
And I think I got pissed off with it because I was so everywhere, and the music wasn't that good. I don't know why people raved about
You
it.
kind of
No, I
ask
don't.
yourself,
It's not the Spice Girls, same thing.
when
It's
you're
like,
listening
what the
to
hell?
it, when you're listening to it, you kind of ask yourself, who's going to be the one to save me?
It's true, but after all, it's a Wonderwall.
I'll tell you what I want.
The song that I keep going back to from the 90s, though, is the Cranberries Zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's an evergreen and will always be a good piece of music to always, like, I will always sing that song in the car.
I think the band it's not Evergreen, it was Everclear.
Right.
Most of my music now is, I think, from the 90s. A lot of punk bands that I listened to were big in the 90s.
That's my jam.
but I
right
don't think
there.
I wasn't listening to them in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Soundgarden was in there, like Black Hole Sun was a good
very much
90s
so.
song. REM was in there.
Yep. This is all mid kind of 90s. I mean, the 90s was a real musical evolution, I think, in the world, because we went from synth pop into real guitar pop without keyboards and stuff. But then on the very other side, you had some very polarized music. So you had like the Venga Boys with their very kind of music and the doof kind of stuff. But then you also had like your good hardcore rap kind of guys, like, Tupac and, the Puff Diddies.
I was never into the rap at that point. It was way beyond me at that point.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, Brett. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Don't speak.
No, that was no doubt.
Yeah, but they were in the 90s, weren't they?
They were very much in the 90s and stuff.
Thankfully, nobody said anything about S Club 7, or are they in the noughties?
Oh,
S
Club.
Club.
I'll show you how.
When
No party like an S Club party.
This wasn't New Kids on the Block, right?
New Kids on the Block were the 90s.
Were
very
they?
early in the
hang
90s.
on, I was very much into the New Kids
Yeah.
on the Block.
Please don't go, girl. That's the right stuff.
I'm so disappointed in us and so happy at the same time.
I'm actually looking through, and I'm kind of like tracking my music evolution
Yeah,
from my first CD
really
right
can-
now. It's
and
quite amazing.
For the 90s, you can really go into very different spaces, because while you don't listen, you say you don't listen to rap, Brett, finish this line. My best friend Harry has a brother Larry in 5 days from now.
He's going to marry.
He's hoping you can make it there if you can, because in the ceremony you'll be the best man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just make an observation on Lindsay's phone? Hold it up, Lindsay. Why does it look like a two-dimensional gonk droid from Star Wars?
It's true.
Fucking huge too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 2-year-old, so I have an Otterbox case. I could literally throw this across the room and it will be fine.
Let's test it.
No, that's not.
While playing 90s music. No one said any Australian music though.
This would be Midnight Oil too, wouldn't it?
No.
Get out, Brett.
No. Midnight Oil in politics.
Was he?
Yeah.
That was an unceremonious slamming then.
Minister.
No.
Garrett at that point.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't believe they released anything in the 90s.
Look, I'm just happy I got that far without getting one wrong.
Yeah, because for me, the 90s was all about the Australian. Like, I went from the grunge straight into Australian bands, and then
Friends of Rom.
then punk pop,
Oh.
Custard, Frenzel Rom. You've got your
Ben Folds.
yeah. He lived in Australia
South
during
Australian.
that time. So
Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse, nice. So there's lots of stuff going on. I don't know.
Well, you haven't answered the question.
For me, Custard. Custard is
Custard.
my one and true, like, one of my all-time favorite albums come from there, like, which is Jimmy Eat World, Bleed
Good old
American,
Bandit.
one of the best albums ever written. And
For those out there
Wahidi Fandango.
that aren't from Australia, Custard is fronted by Dave McCormack, who was also Bandit from Bluey.
He is Bandit from Bluey, which is sad to say that that's probably made him more famous than.
No, that's made him more money.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah,
And well earned it is, and well earned.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
yeah. So these are the things that we like. That wasn't. That wasn't up to the highs of last week's question about nerd stuff. So sucked in, Blake.
I mean, yeah.
This is the kind of crap my kids come up with. It's ridiculous. You're grounded.
I just didn't have the music revolution in the 90s that I thought should come for a guy that.
I've never had it.
Well, I was at uni. I thought there would be, looking back, I went, you should have explored some more music and found some stuff out. And I never, ever did. There was never that moment for me.
I went from you were there. I went from everything from goth to punk to grunge.
You were playing music at that point.
Yeah,
you were right into it.
I was going to be a musician back then before I realized you needed some kind of talent
was the
an
thing.
ability,
Yeah.
a musical acumen.
Well, I think as we've discussed with some of the bands in the 90s, that's not true at all, right?
Well, it is true.
Oh.
Come
Is that the Macarena in the 90s?
Come on, Bobby,
What was
let's
that
go
one with
party.
the frog one that was the ringtone.
Yeah.
Which is just the Axel Foley song
I know.
redone.
That's
So-
right. No,
'cause
that's a tune. That's a tune.
Here's the question for you. You've got to have a visceral memory of something in the 90s. So I'll tell you one of my most visceral memories that changed
in the 90s,
in
as
the
in
90s.
out on a night when it brings
Well,
some epic memory.
so mine is out on a night. So I've had plenty of things, and this is one of the moments where I went from hating pop to loving pop. So I woke up at a friend's house. I don't know how I got there, but I was on the couch and I woke up to the Spice Girls singing, "I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want." And I stared at that television, and it was that moment that my life changed. I love the Spice Girls now. I think the Spice Girls are wonderful. And I will never, ever forget Jerry Halliwell in those big high heel shoes that she could barely walk in, trying to walk across a table going, I want to, I really, really want to sing a zig. Ah. That was Scary Spice.
Was Rage still out?
Yeah, Rage
in the
was
90s?
Yeah.
Rage.
This was on Rage.
In the late 80s, I would watch Rage. And
Yeah.
that was huge for me in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, because we had nothing else to do on the weekends. But in the 90s, I was out doing stuff.
But in the 90s, we also had Recovery, which was for those people that
Dylan.
were not born in the 90s. There was a show on every Saturday morning. There was a live music show. The bands would come on and play, and you could tell that they hadn't slept from the night before. And they would be off their faces playing first thing in the morning, live music. And you would wake up the next morning and you would watch Recovery, and it was like a musical kind of talk show it was just the weirdest, coolest show.
It
was
wasn't
really
cool.
great.
That host was Dylan, whatever his name was.
Oh,
It just made me feel
Dylan
like
Lewis, he was awesome.
he made me feel like it was a bad Kermit on some kind of music show.
He was awesome. You get out of it.
I did make a little foray into trance, I suppose, in the late 90s.
did you? Yeah.
Binary Finery was probably the one that I recall from being
Did you-
on a night out. Was pretty good.
Were
yeah.
you having to take a lot of water at the end of the night?
No,
of the way
I didn't. No, I didn't
you
go that
behaved?
into it. No,
Like a little bit of Daft Punk
Is that-
as well.
Is that where you learn that one beat that you use all the time?
That might very well be where it comes. The recesses of my memory. Absolutely right. My beatboxing days.
Because it's like the Daft Punk kind of revolution happened around that time. Yeah, there's heaps of people that were really great. Like even at the end, you've got Pharrell with his band NERD.
Fatboy Slim would have been in that.
Yeah, Fatboy Slim.
I love
Beastie
those
Boys
film
in the
clips.
90s? Was it-
Beastie
yeah?
Boys released one of their albums. Even The Cure released a great
Bloodhound.
album, Bloodhound Game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much.
Blink
in there.
182.
Blink 182. Were they
Just
in the
saying
90s?
things now.
They
Yeah.
were, because American Pie came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Great film.
That's what I mean. That's what I was just saying. I was
Teenage
just tracking.
Dirtbag.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just tracking my my
Stiltskin?
journey from
Stiltskin?
Stiltskin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not familiar with
No?
that.
Okay.
Rumple.
No, I knew you'd
Four.
go for that. For Stiltskins. Yeah, anyway.
But yeah, I was literally tracking my from Offspring which are a bit more rock, as it got punkier and punkier as I kind of like went through high school years. I'm like, that's quite fascinating.
Bit of the ska.
Mm.
Probably went
Sublime.
for ska
Ooh.
punk, Sublime, Rancid.
Yep, Rancid.
Yeah.
I was literally listening to Millencolin on the way here.
Yeah, nice.
You know what's really
Bit
good
of
for our
Bouncing
listeners
Souls.
is just being able to listen to this list of words and having no
Nothing
idea
of what we talk.
of what that
There are
means
some
or
guys
what
out
it means
there
to us.
who once had some very long fringes that were in their faces.
Sure.
And they're like sitting there going, yeah, man, rock on, rock on. And then they rub their hands with their bracelets with studs on it.
they're
and
not
hurt
listening.
themselves.
They're too busy having an existential experience right now. That's what's going on for them.
You mean flashback? Yeah,
This wasn't when the Young Ones came in. This was after Young Ones. right?
Young Ones was 80s.
Right. Okay.
See, again, the best decade.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I was going to go, but that's low-hanging fruit. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll do Rock Around the Ages. Wait till the 1920s. And then, anyway, let us get back to this week's game. That's right. We are traveling back into the world of the Forgotten Realms to the Sword Coast and the Dragon of Icespire Peak. That's right. We are using the Dungeons and Dragons Essential Kit.
Essential.
Essential oil.
I can't say that without it getting weird. So
I keep, every time you see the ice spire
Essential.
with my
Yeah.
little eye is what I want to say.
And then
Every
the
time.
essential kit with candles and some type of stone to rub yourself.
Dude, come on.
The clitoris.
Whoa. No more black hops for that, man.
If you want to know where to rub it, ask Julius Regina over there.
You won't be able to find it.
He's got many books that can help you.
Detailed diagrams.
He's working on a new one after meeting you called Once You Go Cloaca, You Never Go Backer.
Speaking of new books written by an author, I believe that we have a moment here where a new author has decided to send in some of their work, fan fiction, I believe it's called. So as we zoom into the world of the Sword Coast, we go into
Felicia?
Fandolin,
Okay.
or Fandalen, the town that you are in, the mining camp, into the Stonehill Inn, into one of the rooms.
Pick up a magazine called Flayboy.
Is it full of mind flayers? Just naked mind flayers?
Just the tentacles.
It's not even naked mind flayers. It's mind flayers just looking at you and going, imagine.
A small, peaceful town of Fandolin is besieged by an ancient chromatic dragon. The strong and handsome halfling hero J.R. Lockwood and his plucky sidekick Moradius, along with a mysterious birdman named Nicerin, form into a fabulous ragtag group to save the town from disaster. Can J.R. carry this party to victory? Find out in J.R. Lockwood and the Dragon of Doom.
Well played. So,
That was good.
So last week where we left it, you guys had walked around Fandolin and you had basically gone out to the...
We were at the job board outside the
job
town
board,
master's
yeah.
hall.
You were
run by
outside
Harbour and Westra.
the town master's hall at the job board, and you had decided that you were going to take a particular job. Does anyone remember what that
was
job
the
was?
windmill, the woman at the windmill,
The
right?
Stone Windmill South urge her return for 25 GP.
For safety.
Abracadabra, I think was her name.
Abracadabra.
Acolyte of Sontia.
Yeah, so I will read that to you again. The actual quest or the little job board that's posted says, the local midwife, an acolyte of Chantier named Adabra Gwyn, lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of a hill a few miles south of Fandolin. With dragon sightings becoming more common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Fandolin. Once she's safe, visit Townmaster Harbour and Wester to claim the reward of 25 GP. And I believe that's where you were.
She's a very
headed.
sought after midwife for 25 GP, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, well, yes, let's get the money.
Jolly well, horses, or we can go on foot, or
Walking.
Flying. I'll take off to the air. Go.
What? Can you fly?
Yeah.
This game is a piece of shit. At first level, you can fly.
It's a bit broken.
What
I deliberately, but it's not.
What is your fly speed?
It's faster than my foot speed. Let's put it's 50 feet.
Holy fuck, it's faster than everyone's foot speed.
Nakarin?
This massive white shit lands on your head.
Apparently, that's lucky.
Scout ahead. Look for any danger.
Come, let's walk, JR.
Moradius, I want you to keep an eye on that bird, man.
Yes. The, 2 eyes, the front 2.
Well, just, I've had trouble with stalkers before, and he seems like he might be the type. He has been following me around. And
he's not a stalk. Definitely not a stalk.
Everywhere you go, he looks like I'm looking at you.
He might, he's just watching me a lot. He might get a bit touchy-feely and, not without consent.
Yes, if he touches you, I shall break his arm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Or wing.
Let's head south, shall we?
Yes, south. Go.
After a little while of traveling, you come across the windmill of Umbridge Hill. Built on the slope of Umbridge Hill is an old stone windmill surrounded by an iron fence. A large winged monster with spiky tail is trying to knock down the windmill's front door as you approach. A woman appears in the second floor window and waves at you and yells, "Little help!"
What? So,
it appears she knows you, JR. She's calling for little help.
Nikarin has landed at this point by you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Where were you on letting us know about that?
I'm just about to tell you. Give me a chance, man. I just landed. I've got to peck the ground a little bit, get some seeds and stuff.
If you would like to give me a perception check, we can get this ball rolling and you can see what kind of animal is actually trying to break down the front door.
Oh, beautiful. I have a perception of 8. It was I stacked the landing.
You stacked the landing.
I have no modifier on perception.
17.
Oh, that's easy enough.
And I got a 7. I'm using the D&D Beyond online edition, and that just took me 12 minutes to roll that dice.
Did you know about passive perceptions?
I did know about passive perception, but I wanted you guys to have to roll something.
That's good. I was just making sure. We're new to the rules.
Ironic, my passive perception would have been a better score, but never mind.
Yeah, sometimes they are as well. So who rolled over 10?
Me. JR Good... No, not Goodwin. JR Lockwood.
Okay, so only one character rolled over a 10. What you see in front of you, J.R. Lockwood, is a large kind of creature, the body of a lion with a humanoid type head with large teeth around it. It has the wings of a dragon and also a long tail which ends in the cluster of deadly spikes that look very nasty and sharp.
To arms! We must save the damsel in distress!
Just chill for a second here. Let's just see what the motivation of this guy is, right? I mean, let's not just jump into things too soon.
Yes, he's acting. We must check his motivation.
He's part lion, part dragon, part spiky thing.
But
I think his motivation is dinner.
Yes, we should defeat it.
I say you.
And you see crashing on the door. You see large claws rending into the side of the windmill. The creature stops and it turns around, putting its kind of oddly humanoid eyes upon you, which give you an eerie kind of magical beast feeling. And it looks and says, "She needs to give me what I need. We made a deal and she reneges. And he starts scratching at the door again.
I say, could we maybe talk about this?
Time for talk. Get me what I need. We made a deal. She took my spines. I need a potion of love.
So can I make a persuasion check? So like trying to convince him to chill out.
Very good.
It's 6. There we go. Yes, that's getting retired.
So what's your tactic there to try and persuade him to calm down? Calm the fuck down.
Well, it's not a tactic at all with a 6, is it?
What was your approach though, so I know how to react?
Just trying to, like, just chill. All good. Kind of like, let's just talk about this and maybe come some sort of understanding.
If you're not here to help me, then I shall destroy you as well.
Wait.
What?
If it's love you want, I might be able to help you in another manner. I don't have a potion.
You're too small for me, little one.
No, but I am a great connoisseur of the finer arts of romance.
I need a potion, she said. Give me a quill and I shall give you the money. Now I've been driven out by that other beastie in the sky. I cannot eat, I have nowhere to live, and I shall not be able to make offspring.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if are you trying to find a mate? Is that what I'm hearing?
Mate, I would like offspring.
Have you read this book that by a famous author, Bilson Moon, The Manticore and the Maid?
What has book got to do?
Oh, it says all about a manticore winning over a fine maiden.
There is maid in windmill.
I don't think that works.
You need consent, I believe.
That I need the potion?
Do you mind if I go in and ask if she has a potion?
You will help me?
Yes, well, I'll give it a shot.
Make a persuasion check.
Jolly good. Oh dear.
There you go.
10.
Still higher than anything I've rolled.
I'm sure if I just get in there and duck in and ask and,
No, you talk from out here so I can hear.
You feel like with that, even with that persuasion check, while it's not enough to assuage him to move away from the door and allow you in, it's certainly enough to calm the situation down and give you a chance to maybe talk this out.
Okay. Adabra?
Yes,
My name is J.R. Lockwood. Are you okay? Are you injured?
I'm not, but are you going to help me or not? This creature's trying to get in here.
This creature said he entered a bargain with you and you owe him a love potion.
A bargain with me?
That's what I've been told.
Love potions, nothing that anybody can make. They don't exist, you see? Love potions are not a thing. When did you reach this bargain at all? Ask him when he reached the bargain.
Mr. Manticore, sir.
Why are you calling me mister? I'm a woman.
Ooh.
I'm sorry,
Really,
madam.
the identity
This is
politics
my
came in real
medical
early.
lady, ma'am.
I want offspring.
Who said you can find a love potion here?
The woman inside. I came here moons ago, and she said to me, give me a quill, and I shall make you a potion of love. Come back when the seasons have passed.
How many seasons?
Many seasons. 5 of the winters.
Adabra,
Yes.
have you been living here more than 5 years?
No, we've only resettled this area. Fandolin was abandoned 5 years ago.
Well, this seems to be a terrible bother then. Sorry, Mrs. Manticore, apparently the person that you were looking for no longer lives here.
At that, you can see anger starting to rise, claws starting to pop. You even see the tail with the spikes kind of flare out a little bit, and the spikes start twitching and moving around as a ripple of anger flies through the manticore, and its dragon wings flap through the air and stuff. And it's starting to rake the floor again and says,
I will be satisfied. I want offspring. It is my time. If I miss my time, I will never have children.
I cast teleport and I teleport into an extra planar. I'm joking, I can't do that. I just trying to wipe brown.
even I was like, what the fuck?
Totally believable.
And everybody make just another perception as you're going here. I mean, with your passive perceptions,
Fuck you, dice.
you can notice some of this, but just give me another perception to notice some
6.
specific details. No, you don't notice it.
3.
No.
18 as Moradius is just standing there trying to watch it all, see what's going on.
Moradius, you notice more than everybody else. While everybody else can see that this creature is quite muscly. So while you were looking at the this creature, everybody around you, even with your perception checks,
Shocking
you
perception.
notice with your passive perception that this thing is ripped, like totally ripped. But the reason why it's so ripped is it doesn't seem to have a lot of fat on it. It seems to be quite skinny. And even as you're looking, Moradius?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see some of the rib bones of this creature, and you can see it seems like it's a little bit malnourished, and it hasn't been eating very well at all.
JR, it looks hungry. Maybe it needs lair. It said it was driven out of its cave. Can we find it a cave and give it some food?
I'm sure we can maybe come to some sort of arrangement. Do you just want somewhere to live? Is that right?
I want my offspring. I want to be a mother. It's what I've dreamed of for years. I made a bargain, and I want my love potion so that I can be a mother, and I can feed it if I can find anything to feed it with.
I assume you were driven out by that pesky dragon that's been around these parts.
You mean the flying white-scaled beast?
I guess so. I didn't know it was white, but I will write that down. Pulls out his cool and starts writing. Yes, we are actually on we're hoping to, stop this beast because it's apparently challenging and harming townsfolk near here.
JR,
Yes.
who would she give the potion to?
I assume another manticore.
Can we take some sort of knowledge check? Is there such a thing as a knowledge check here in 5e about whether this is a common creature in the area?
Apparently you know everything.
An intelligence check.
Insight?
Intelligence check. Can I take an intelligence? I don't really want to take an intelligence check.
Do you
Can I
have
take a
knowledge
dexterity
nature
check?
or a skill nature?
Nature, I do.
Intelligence nature.
I do.
So let's make a nature check, please. You are really not rolling well.
No, I'm
that is the third dice you have thrown
I
across the
chucked it
table.
and it lands on a fucking natural
It
20.
really does.
Son of a bitch.
I think I got less than you.
I got 8 in total with my modifier.
There you go. I got less than you.
Me too.
I say, could you perhaps wrap this up? I'm a little frightened up
So
here.
is she by a window, is she?
Yeah, she's imagine like a giant wooden windmill,
Damsel in
and there's
distress.
like a big spinning thing, and there's like that window in the middle of the giant windmill, and she's kind of poked out of that, and this manticore's at the door at
How
the bottom.
big is that window?
It's normal window
Can I make could I be fit for it if I fly up to it?
You
Can I fit
could,
for it?
but you would have to get through the propellers of the windmill to get
Stunt
into
ride.
it.
Let's do it.
It's one of the reasons why you think the manticore hasn't flown up there to get straight
He's
to
somewhat
her.
bigger than me though, right?
Is what's that?
He's somewhat bigger than me though,
Yeah.
isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the arrow that I am,
Do you want to fly in
I'm
there?
going to give it a go. Well,
Okay.
This will be the only time I'm going to be open to use my wings. So, because I'm sure we're going to end up in enclosed areas at some point.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm going to take off and I'm going to aim like a fucking bullet to go straight
Now-
through the window and grab her on the way through.
Can I suggest that this will be this is when you use advantage or disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
So if you think it's going to be more difficult than normal, you make him roll with disadvantage, or if you think he's going to be able to do it easily, then he rolls with advantage.
So this is an acrobatics check or a...
I think it's a medicine check.
I would let you use acrobatics for this one because essentially
disadvantage?
what you have to do is in order to fly in there. So you're attempting, like she's inside her house quite safe away from this manticore just at the window, and you're attempting to fly through the window, grab her and get into the house.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
well, not grab her, but like get
but
into
try and
there,
get into
like,
the house
get with
past
her,
her,
yeah,
get
yeah.
with her.
Let's make sure she's okay and not hiding any male manticores in there.
Okay. All right. So in order to do that, though, you would have to time it right to get
All good.
through the
Is that an intelligence check first then
windmills.
before the acrobatics check?
At which point I would like you to roll an acrobatics check but I'm going to give you disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
For those playing at home, you roll 2 dice and take the lowest result.
That's a 6.
I wish I had sound effects now.
It would have been a 12 or a 6. I think both would have failed.
So what you see is Necron flies up into the air and like a dart just speeds straight towards that window through the windmill. Almost like a cartoon character. You see the windmill clack Necron and in a pool of feathers. Necron goes flying out to the side.
Oh no, I wanted to be stuck in the windmill and just be going around with my beak.
Spinning around. Just
A chocolate wheel.
just like an arrow spinning around.
I was just
in a-
picturing him to make it and then hit the window and it's closed.
It's a painted picture of a window.
That would have been
With
brilliant.
the Acme window sign.
That would have been brilliant.
Yeah, and so you get knocked away for a second. Can you just make another athletics check to see if you can right yourself before?
Is that the same thing?
No, it is. So acrobatics is the skill to get through the window because it's a
athletics.
small. Athletics is your ability to
that with
maybe right
disadvantage as
yourself. No, this one's with just pure.
Natural 20.
Okay, boom. So Necron actually wings out, more feathers come out, but he
Little
rights
days.
himself in the middle of the air.
It's a lot of stationery.
No, stop being a fool. Get down here.
So hang on, no, I go to the ground, and kind of birds do that really stunned thing where they've hit in the window or something like that, like kind of like prune my feathers a little bit before I right myself and go over to the rest of the party
And there.
sheepishly.
At this point, you see this creature that was clawing on the door start looking at that.
You can get in. You will not get my.
And again, anger just ripples over this creature.
You will not steal my potions. She is my captive. I will eat her if she will not give me what I want.
Now, Mrs. Manticore, do you have a name? I don't want to keep calling you Mrs. Manticore.
Womanticore.
Or Manticore. Do you have a name?
I just got that. Well played.
You do not get my name. I shall not give you power over me.
I was just... Okay, very well. So I am J.R. Lockwood, and I would just like to...
Ha ha ha! I know your name now.
I'd just like to help you if I can. I don't think she has any potions. She is a midwife. Do you know what a midwife is?
No.
She helps deliver babies.
She can help me with offspring.
Yes, if you have trouble delivering babies, this is the kind of person you would call to help you give birth to the babies.
But
you mustn't eat her for that.
Does she have babies here?
I don't think so.
I could take her baby as my own.
Have you heard of the orphanage?
Orphanage?
JR,
Yes.
are we sending that to undefended children?
Yeah, that hungry creature.
But she's not
emaciated.
wanting to eat the babies. You don't want to eat the babies, do you?
I will raise them. They will be my babies
Exactly.
until they misbehave.
Orphans need parents. She's a parent that needs
I will teach
babies.
it how to fly.
Do you know of any male manticores nearby?
A mate? You know of a mate?
No, I'm saying, do you know any? I'm going to take that as a no.
Orphanage, you say?
I'm just spitballing here, I've never dealt with a worm manticore before. Would you like me to go inside and search her for magic potions, since
You
you can't
will
fit in?
tell me what you speak of. Speak here and stand. I am losing patience. Give me what I need, or be gone with you and be my lunch. I am hungry.
Ma'am, I am just trying to help you out. I can get inside that building, you cannot. So if what you want is in that building, one of us needs to go in and find out. Or we can try and find it elsewhere, since the people that you are looking for no longer live here, and this poor midwife is frightened out of her mind.
Speak to her, me not trust your kind.
Abracadabra!
Yes.
This manticore's not being very forthcoming. He says you have potions, or he needs...
A little help.
Do you-
Could you please drive it off, perhaps? Give it what it wants.
Do you have a love potion?
I
Wink.
do not have a love potion. They don't exist.
Can I come in and brew one, please? Wink.
You brew love potions.
I've read a few in a book.
We shall have deal then.
Okay.
You will brew me love potion. Now
I will just need to make sure we have all the ingredients.
you will brew me a potion now so I can have offspring.
Ah, yes, certainly.
Make yourself a.
It's going to look for something
Deception?
that's like bluff, but it's deception, yeah.
It's a deception.
Can I assist? No.
Yeah. Do you have deception as a skill? Like,
do.
Is it your own?
Ah, don't worry about it.
You can assist, and he gets to roll with advantage.
Oh, sorry.
22.
22.
I will return for my love potion when? Tomorrow! One night. I cannot wait any longer. The time for me to have offspring is drawing nigh.
Certainly. Yes, come back tomorrow.
So what have you got, retinol?
It puts the pills in the pudding.
Do you know how they have offspring?
Has the manticore flown away?
No, it's sort of just moved off to the side and it's watching. Like it hasn't flown.
Oh,
It's-
it's going to stay here the whole time.
yeah.
Oh,
You
fuck.
get the idea that this thing is it is standing guard. It's gonna sleep here. Like while it's moved off to the side, you can see it's starting to dig up some of the earth and make itself like a little mound as creatures doing it. Like a cat, it's kind of lied down and you can see one of the wings covering its haunches and it's kind of and you see its tail flicker a
Can
little.
I have another crack at racking my memory as to what a manticore is and more details about a manticore?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that too? What is it? Nature?
Yeah.
Fucking kill me now.
Just a 10.
Just a 10, I'd happily
Yeah.
take double digits.
Even on a 10 though, this is the first time your characters actually know the word manticore. So you know that manticores are fierce killers that hunt far and wide for prey.
And if Maradius rolled a natural 20 on a nature check, giving him a 20, would that provide...
You also know that they're not particularly bright and they will actually stop and talk to people around, like as this one has done for you. If a manticore can see some type of advantage, they're like wily creatures. They feel like they want to get the upper hand on people. So that's part of their nature, but also they're used to having tribes and different beings actually give them sacrifices and tributes and those kinds of things. So this is obviously a manticore that's used to that kind of stuff. What else you know about manticores is they have big teeth, they have big claws, and they can shoot spikes from that tail of theirs. They can flick the tail and spikes will actually shoot out of them. And those spikes are what they actually they hit their prey and they incapacitate their prey, so then they eat their prey.
Right.
Maradius.
Yes.
I will probably need your help to brew this potion inside.
Okay, I was going to give Manticore some rations.
Oh, just hold off on that.
Okay.
The potion I'm making that she needs to have with food.
The door opens. She says,
What are you doing? Come in, you idiots.
Right away.
She's talking to me.
Who are you? Where are you from?
We're from town. We just came from Fandolin. We were sent to come get you because there's a dragon flying about.
What is your name, moron?
Have you not been listening? I'm J.R. Lockwood. Don't you take that tone with me, miss.
And these idiots with what the hell is that?
and she looks right at Necron.
That's a manticore. Oh, that's Nikron. He's cool.
I look incredibly dazed. Having gone into the propeller. That's why I'm accounting for all these bad rolls.
Now, miss.
Are you okay? And she walks this for the first time. She walks up to Necron after seeing that, because she would have seen that firsthand. You fly straight. You're an idiot. Why would you fly into a windmill? And she kind of opens your wing up and she starts examining it. And she walks over to a sideboard. And at the first time, you can see that the windmill actually the contraption of the windmill past this door sits to a grinder that would have have been used to grind flour. You can see different poultices, flowers, different kind of seeds, berries that are dried out. And you can see there's a bench right there with a whole heap of tinctures, jars, belying the idea that this lady is a potion maker. She walks over to her table and she picks up one and says, "Yes, okay, this will do." She walks over, "Drink this." And she hands you a potion.
Thank you. Chuck it down. What does it do?
You drink this potion and you feel a warmth down into your belly that extends into your wing, which is a little bit crooked and a little bit bent. The wing straightens up as healing takes place and a healing surge comes through you,
Nice.
mending your wounds and your scrapes and your bumps, and your feathery plumes pop back into a semblance of order.
Now, miss, now that you've finished wasting time with my friend Nikron here, do you have... She wants a love potion.
Oh, I heard what you said.
Yes,
what the hell are you going to do? There is no such thing as a love potion.
So can we pretend? Do you have...
Are you...
By any chance, do you have opium?
What are you even planning, you fool? That is a manticore. We will be destroyed.
Woman to court.
Turning into Breaking Bad.
Well, that is my point. If she wants a love potion, we either need to give her a potion that either makes her think that she's in love, or a potion that'll make her sleep so we can get the fuck out of here.
I don't know do you know about potions?
No, this is why I'm talking to you, woman.
What the hell? And she looks straight at
Moradius.
She looks straight at Moradius and says, "Is he for real?
Don't look at him. He is dumb as a rock.
Is he absolutely for real? Why don't you just go out there? Look,
JR is very real. Touch him. He is flesh.
You're carrying weapons. Just go out there and destroy it."
You literally just said it would destroy us.
Well, it would destroy me.
Do you have any opium or not, miss?
I don't even know what that is. I create healing potions here.
You're a midwife, right?
Healing potions.
So you're not a midwife.
I am a midwife
So
who heals people.
How do you relieve a woman of pain while she is delivering a giant baby out of her vagina?
You know an awful lot.
I have wrote extensive books on vaginas.
His middle name is Vagina.
No, it's Regina.
I make them chew on willow bark. It seems to do the trick.
How
I'm
mu-
not sure that it's going to do anything.
How much willow bark do you have?
This one, she holds up like a pouch of willow bark.
Get on
One
with
pouch of willow bark.
Do you have anything that makes, I don't know, makes someone feel like they're all tingly and there's butterflies in their stomach?
Are you really coming in here pretending that you know my craft? If I had something to do you think I wouldn't have done it already?
Yes, that is 100%. This is the way most stories go. You rescue the damsel in distress, and then you get a kiss.
You what? Damsel in what?
Are you not in distress?
Do I look it? I'm in distress right now.
Yes.
You can rescue me from this by getting outside.
It looks more like a frock than a dress.
I'm very much in distress. Of course I am. Get that thing away from
out
me.
of the way,
What are you even doing
Get
here?
out of the way. I'll do it myself. And I'm just going to shove my way to her medicine cabinet, and I'm going to just mix some stuff together and make a potion.
Oh, God.
Kaboom.
Yeah. At this point in time, just give me a knowledge arcana check.
Who?
Old Mr. Potion Popper over there.
Can I assist?
This is all on him.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Now roll me a percentile dice, please.
44.
I wish there was disadvantage on percentile dices to Macy's. You're mixing away, and she's like, no, don't put that. Oh, God. And then all of a sudden, you breathe in a fume and you start feeling woozy and faint. You start feeling a little nauseous. And then the next thing that you know, your ears start spewing out mucus.
Oh, nice.
Put a cork in the potion bottle.
Give that to me. And she walks over with a pair of tongs. She picks up the potion bottle and she throws it straight into a furnace And you see like a purple flame go, and then like a noxious gas that she covers her mouth from. Do not mess with things you don't understand, you fool! You could kill us all!
I was trying to kill the fucking manticore. Oh,
And what did that do for you, gooby ears?
well, I don't know. I never got to give it to the manticore. How about you make something that I can give to the manticore and say, this is a love potion, and it will either give us an advantage in combat or it will make it fuck off.
It also wanted children.
Yes,
We could give it children.
it's true. Do you know of any bad children?
There's no such thing as a bad child, only a bad parent. How dare you? You know what? If you want to give it children, you march out there. I'll give you a potion for that.
Okay, give me potion. I'll take it out.
Yeah, chew on this blue tablet.
Grabs the blue tablet, and he walks on out.
Yes. You become rock-like.
Rock hard.
In one.
Yeah. You have a stalactite.
Oh, wait.
I wouldn't call it a stalagmite.
Right.
I have one more idea, but it's not a good one.
Excellent. Let's do it.
I could try and dress up as a baby.
Oh, boy.
I've broken the table.
What I love about that is we just got back to the meet cute between Nacred. Like these two are just looking at each other, shaking their heads in silence.
Can I see
Hi.
Nykrin see bottles and things like that around?
Yeah,
the place?
I mean, think of her like an alchemist kind of like this lady. This is what she does. So she's the looks. Even here, you can see like a little price list that says local healer, kind of cure wounds, cure this. So if you wanted like cure light wounds potions or those kinds of cure things, you can get them from her. That's what she does.
Did the manticore look injured in any way, just emaciated? Or
It just looked hungry. It just looked hungry.
Can I see any food around here?
I've got rations. I could feed it.
Hey, can't get in here. We could just shoot it from the window.
I'd like to have a chat with it.
You think like a manticore needs like a haunch of beef or like something quite large, like human size food or bird size food is not going to cut like feeding this thing.
Should I go hunting and get it food?
That's what I was just thinking actually. Whether I can go off and do a recce, see if I can find a couple of rabbits or something.
I can find it if you want to make
Or
potions.
even a boar, like a wild pig. What if it was like that?
He's called JR.
How very dare you? I know you're stupid and you don't know what you just said, but that really hurt my feelings. Wipes the tear away.
All right. So what's the plan here? What are we going to do? You've got us all four locked in here now.
Well,
It's expecting a potion tomorrow.
I think we have one day to make your potion, or we can feed her to it and it will be satisfied.
Can I take like an arcana check or something like that on what's around and see if I can make something up that's
Do you have any skill in potion making?
medicine? No. What would that be?
Yeah. I guess it's an arcana check.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's circle back to
Let's do it,
that. I overcomplicated
Do you want me to have
D&D, which is not
disadvantage?
that
Yeah, yeah.
complicated. No, because that's what you do. You're a sorcerer, right? So
Yes, indeed.
you look around with your arcane
yeah,
eye.
So that gives me a 19 in total.
And what kind of things are you looking for?
Oh, just like things that I think will give. Well, I guess what I'm looking for really is something that I can actually pass off as something that's going to fill a like a warm glow, as my esteemed colleague, was attempting to do. Something that's going to not necessarily actually make a love potion, but something that will elicit a sensorial response to
A
create the
euphoric
illusion.
To have a
Yeah,
euphoric kind
yeah.
of thing. There
Gonna
is
try and get him fucked up.
Yeah, there is a lot of healing kind of stuff here. You think with that kind of role, there's probably enough here that you might be able to make something, but you think that you would need to make a really large batch of it, in order for
the mass, the size.
for the size of the manticore.
Is there enough there?
Yeah, unless you have the ability to make magical potions.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Should I go get food?
I mean, it can't hurt. We've got nothing else to do here. We might as well try and get some food or, kill it.
Mm-hmm. And she walks past. What are you thinking?
We're going to go hunting, miss.
Okay,
Have you-
good.
have you got-
I meant this one. What are you thinking? You are extraordinary. Blue feathers.
Careful, he
Yes.
bites.
I've never seen the like. What's there? May I have one of your feathers?
How would I feel about that? How would I feel about that? Are there not any on the floor from where I actually smashed into the...
Only bent and broken ones. But
Yeah,
she's
okay.
looking for like a nice,
pristine
fine, like
one?
the quill
Okay,
kind
'cause,
of.
well, I am the stationery
kind
store,
of
so
feather.
so I'll kind of my beak will get into my wings and try and figure out one, find a loose one, and then
Yeah,
and give her the feather. Yeah.
5 gold pieces.
This is extraordinary. Tell me, what are you thinking here? I can see you amassing things. Oh, a bit of fork root. Okay.
I'm trying to make something to give the manticore a sense of bliss.
Oh, bliss. Do you know the quantities? We would need buckets. It's looking for a magical potion. I did think of this at one point, but I'm not sure we could get this across the line. We could, what's the worst that could happen?
It will eat us.
That's what you're here
It
for,
will
Stoney.
it will eat you. I will fly and I will escape, but
It will
Every-
eat me.
everything's fine. Just everything's fine.
That's the chipper attitude. Come on, let's get to it.
Have you got food here that we could feed the manticore?
I'm not sure I have enough. Cheese, berries, that kind of thing?
No.
Berries.
Oh, what type of cheese?
I'm going hunting.
Okay, very well. Would you like one of us to accompany?
Bye.
Bye.
You open the door and the manticore.
Why, where are you going?
I am hungry. I'm getting food. What do you like?
You will die hunting.
No, I will kill hunting.
You will be eaten by the beast in the skies. Nobody hunts anymore. Game is scarce. I haven't seen food for days.
You look hungry, though.
Hungry? Do you think if the might of myself could not get food, the puniness of you could?
I could try.
You will die. But have at it.
What do you like? Meat?
Meat, oh, juicy meat.
Meat, good. Hunting, good.
And it kind of looks at you and shakes its head and puts its head back on its paws and kind of goes back to sleep.
Meridius, you sure you don't want us to come in case you run into this dragon?
Are we splitting the party? Oh.
That's what it sounds like, my friend.
Yes, come. Yes.
Otherwise, I'm just going to stay here and try and seduce the manticore.
Come with me then.
Sounds like another
midwife
book.
there for a second.
Sounds like another book.
Have I not had any success in making this? I haven't got enough for this concoction that I'm
Well, the
thinking
two of you were working together, so I was going to swing back to you and get you to
Okay.
make me another Arcana check with advantage.
of. Yeah, that didn't help so much. 13.
A 13. You start concocting. You get like a big cauldron out, mate, like a witch's cauldron, and you start a fire, and you
This
start
isn't usually
you
the thing I
start
do.
putting things into there, and like she gets a big paddle and starts stirring. And she's like, "Oh, really? You'll put okay." And she lets you very much take the lead. Every now and then she says, "Don't you think a bit of lavender might be, just edge it off a little bit, take some of the sting out, and mellow it out a little. Oh, if you are going to put that in afterwards, so as not to create an explosion, right?"
So, what do you do for fun around here?
I create potions.
I was talking to the manticore.
You go outside. He kind of opens an eye.
Go away.
Okay, Meridius.
Give me my you should be brewing. Get inside.
And it kind of stands up and bristles up and tries to chase you back inside.
Bye, Meridius.
Potion. I want offspring.
Meridius heads out for a hunt.
Okay, excellent. If you could just make what kind of do you do?
Survival?
Make a survival check for me
Is it cocked?
with disadvantage.
Oh, really? Oh, That's bad. 6.
And as you're walking around,
I'm proficient. Does that do anything?
as you're walking, not really. It gives you a +2. That's
Counted in
yeah.
there then.
So, as you're walking around the hills that are in this area, in the vicinity of the windmill, you start noticing a real lack of game.
Much like JR's sitting on the manticore.
That's correct. And you're walking around where you would try and see rabbits. There are none. Where you would think that there would be deers. You go to like a stream, thinking this might be a nice place. There's nothing there.
No game trails. Interesting.
Roll me some percentile dice, please.
Oh, hello.
Let's see what your chances of actually coming across some. And you would need, I'm going to tell you what you need before you even tell me the answer to that. You would need above 85%.
What if I get 85?
You would need above 85%.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Meets it, beats it. Whatever happened to that, right?
I got 82.
Oh.
So yeah, you come back with some herbs and some plant life, but you certainly don't come back with a meat source. Like you might get like a little quail or something, like a couple of birds, little things like that. You're probably going to have to hide from your companion.
Nah.
But yeah, nothing on the size of the pounds and pounds of meat that you would need.
And
That JR writes about.
Maradius is going to bring back a decent sized rock, like a cannonball sized rock.
Mm-hmm.
And on his way back with, a small brace of birds and a big rock, walk back up to the woman to call.
Mm-hmm.
Does it wake up?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Yes, you did not find anything. You are a failure. Ha 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 ha! Sucks to be you.
Yes, I failed. You talked about a mate. Do you have a mate?
As in a friend?
One to have children with?
Oh, no, I do not. That is why I need a love potion to attract a mate.
Who will you give that to?
I will find someone. I will travel far from here, and I will have offspring. Love will be mine, and we shall travel together, hand in wing, and we shall be friends.
Do you want the mate for children or for companionship?
Why can it not be both?
Because once you get kids, your life is ruined.
Ah, true. They ask stupid questions about 90s music.
That's got a callback.
When I grow up, we will have children like this. And he lays down the rock. These will grow into children who we raise and grow up.
I do mean to offend. That is the ugliest baby I have ever seen.
It takes after its parent.
This will not fly at all.
It flies downward well.
That is dropping. Much like its face looks like droppings.
Would you like this
Go
child?
away.
Right.
I know what you're asking. Go away.
Ration?
Yes.
Okay.
Chucks the ration, the one ration he has.
Yeah.
Right,
It kind of is like a little tiny lolly. on the smack.
There you go. Full now.
Tell your friend sun is almost up. We will have love potions, and then I shall have my offspring. I shall call him Gary.
Maradius will walk back in. JR
Yes.
was just talking to old mate outside.
Yep.
Wants a husband or a mate. Doesn't know where that is.
No.
Stupid idea, but you seem to like them. What if you just put some makeup on it?
I think the size difference is a bit of an issue.
You have art though, right?
Yes. That's why I said baby, but I'm not sure if I can do a full-size manticore because it's quite a lot larger than me. Would need some sort of contraption to like support me, to be the rest of me.
No, put makeup on that one so he can attract a mate.
Oh, right.
Ladybug's Bunny style.
Got you. That's not what I was thinking at all. But very well.
just going to pause here. This is the most farcical D&D game I've ever had in my entire life.
This is exactly-
and I
I
am
don't
fucking
know what-
loving it.
I
This
don't
is
even know
exactly what
that
I
word
come to
means.
expect.
This is a ridiculous... You are not treating this with the reverence that it deserves, and I love it.
Fucking Carry On movie.
Yeah.
It's like exactly like my first run of D&D when we bathed dog for
Okay,
6 hours.
All right, what are you doing?
how am I going with the potion?
The potion is going quite well.
Ready to go? I'm going to bottle it up. Bottle up what I got. I'm going to
Bucket it up.
bucket. Yep, I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Up to the-
Wait.
Yep.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, I'm just about to do that. You fuck.
And make it taste like meat.
Make it taste like meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All four of you would walk outside. And you say, yes, my little baby, you're going to be, and drops a rock on the floor.
What? Is my potion ready? Where is the love potion?
Okay, so this is how it has to happen. You have to drink this, and I'm going to have to cast a component of magic at the same time.
That is not a love potion. I need to find my mate and give my mate the love potion so that the potions we can mix and get it on.
I totally misunderstood. I thought the love potion was for her.
No,
What
Just-
the fuck?
just so we're
give
clear,
her a bottle of fucking
I'm
whatever.
almost on heat.
Yeah, give her a bottle of fucking whatever. Just
KY.
Oh, gee. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
It's not me you need to convince, you see.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So you walk outside with your buckets.
Yep.
What's your play here?
I wink at Nikron. I got this.
Okay.
Now, here is your love potion, miss. But may I say, I don't think you need it at all.
What do you mean?
You are the most beautiful creature I have ever seen. Your tail is pointy and sharp. Your mane is full and luscious and silky.
Go on.
Your teeth, they're rancid and putrid just the way they should be. Right?
I have already told you I'm not interested.
I know, I'm just saying, I think any male manticore would be happy to have you.
I need a love potion.
Yes, we've made your love potion, but I'm just saying, sometimes the magic is also inside you, and you should have more confidence in yourself.
Persuasion.
And a Disney song.
Can you feel?
19.
Inside of me.
Yes. I mean, that is where babies come from, after all.
How do I get a mate?
Inside of you.
Or the other mates used to make fun of me in Manticore school.
That's just because I couldn't see you, or they were jealous of you.
They would call me Clubfoot. Make fun of my wings.
But your wings are beautiful. I mean, Nikron was just saying before how he wished his wings were as strong and powerful as yours. Weren't you, Nikron?
Sure.
That's not true. Your wings are beautiful.
He's speechless.
You should have more faith in yourself.
You're too kind.
Moradius is slowly walking back into the house. Going to get that lubricant.
Now,
The love potion.
yes, here's your potion if you have it. But as I said,
That is a bucket.
yes, because we don't have a potion bottle big enough for you.
How am I supposed to use that?
Well, as I'm saying, I don't think you need it, but
Rectally.
it's here if you require it. I think, you just have faith in yourself and you go out there and be yourself. And if some man doesn't want you, then that's his loss and you'll find one who does.
And she kind of looks over at the bucket and sticks one of her talons inside of it and licks the contents of the bucket. And she's like,
My tongue does not work properly. What have you done to me?
Why did she sound Indian all of a sudden?
Doctor. So what's your final play here? How do we resolve this? What is your final play? And this is the moment of truth where you need to roll a dice, and this turns you either are going to succeed in convincing this thing, and you've made a pretty good argument so far in terms of trying to make it think about itself in time and all those kind of things. But you also know, I guess, one of the things Moradius knew is that the manticores aren't actually that lacking in self-confidence. They are worshipped. And they're used to people tributing and sacrificing things for them because they're so powerful and amazing. So, you while the tack that you're working is kind of on the right track, it's not the only tactic that you can make. So, what's your end play here before this turns into something else?
Fireball.
That turns it into something else.
No, it's going that way anyway, right?
You know what? I might write a song about you and sing it far and wide, so all the other manticores hear about your name and come looking for you, and then you can just stay here.
That's a stupid plan.
Well, fuck you, DM.
I've never seen your kind come
I've
and play
tried burning the manticore. That didn't work. Well, we've tried burning you. We've tried feeding you. We've tried making you a potion. You deal with her, Moradius. You're more on her intellect level.
I think you've hurt his feelings.
I wanted a potion.
We're giving you a bloody potion. See this bucket? It's got a potion in it. Now take your potion and drink it and get off.
This is rubbish.
And whoom, backhand, the potion spills all over the ground.
You lied to me. I wanted offspring. You are taking me away from my children. I am running out of time and you have wasted them.
And it kind of haunches up, standing up and stuff. Last chance, guys.
Oh, Moradius has nothing.
I got nothing else left either.
Yeah.
All Moradius is thinking is,
Roll for initiative.
yeah, great axe.
There's tributes, there's sacrifices. You don't have a potion. Halfling sacrifice.
I suggested that he wanted a whole contraption. If you kill us,
Yes, I will have a feast.
you will have no one to adore you.
Yes.
You will have no one to get you your children.
My children will be born from these loins. I need to move away. I need to find a mate. I cannot stay with that in the vicinity.
We've told you we want to get rid of that. That
you
is our
have
whole
not
plan.
got rid of it now, and I do not believe the likes of you can get rid of it if the power of me cannot.
Have you tried?
Yes,
Should we work as a team?
my mate died.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
That will make a good story.
That would make a good story. I am so very sorry for your loss. Are you looking for somewhere to lay your eggs?
I need to find a new mate.
Oh. Awkward.
Manticores lay eggs, do they?
I don't know. Do they have a cloaca?
So racist.
Yeah. All right. What's your final play here, guys?
We are doing what we usually do, and we're trying to
Yeah.
find a solution that we do not have. So I think we just have to
Well,
find
I'm
it.
thinking there's tributes.
I got nothing to attribute. I got
So-
a pair of panties.
You got anything of value on you that you might be able to go, oh, this is a tribute for this?
We're
There
level
is-
1 and have been nowhere. So
I could
no.
give it a prestidigitation illusionary thing, but it's going to only last to the end of the turn. That's going to just get annoy the
it's-
shit out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you'll end up in the same spot.
If I gave you gold, could you get a mate?
How about if you gave?
Gold.
How about if you
I'm interested.
gave it one of your children?
I did. That rock is there.
That's what I mean. No good.
I have 5 gold pieces.
Yes, and your friends.
Together, I think they can get another 5 gold pieces.
More.
I've got 7 gold that I could probably
That's 10 gold pieces together.
chip in. If
More.
You-
Show me the
You
gold.
name your price, and then we'll see if we can meet it.
Oh, don't do that.
Just do it. Just name your price.
25. 25 gold dragons.
That's this whole job.
Deal.
25 dragons of gold. Give them to me now. Give me my treasure. I will be a dragon too.
Abradar, can I have your 7 gold?
Maradius, from somewhere, you don't know where, pulls out 10 gold pieces. This is all I have. 10.
I take Maradius's and I take the 7 from Abradar and I hand over 25 gold.
Okay.
It is enough.
And she kind of scrapes the coins up, and you can see them put it into some type of pouch, which is where manticores would keep gold, because I hadn't thought that through.
Oh, they're marsupials.
Same place Earth Elementals might, or Earth Ganassi put them.
So you see her scoop up the gold and say, "Ha, yes," and her wings attract and open up, and she takes off. And you hear just in the distance with your passive perceptions. What are your passive perceptions, by the way?
10.
10.
10.
Okay. All three of you would hear something muttering about, "I will be back."
Oh, mine's 13.
Back.
Ooh.
Tribute shall be paid again.
And then it flies away.
Okay.
Why did you not just do that in the first place?
Oh, shut up, Abradar. Get your stuff. We're going back to town.
I'm not going anywhere.
We have been told to fetch you because of the dragon.
I'm not going anywhere.
So you're just going to get eaten by a dragon rather than a manticore.
It is safer for me to stay here in where I am needed. What happens if one of the farm girls needs my help, or one of the mining camps? This is where healing takes place. I am more valuable here, and I shall not leave my post.
You are our first stop on many to get people back into town where it's safer. We are going to the Rock Gnomes. We're going to the Prospectors. You're needed in town.
Harbin West has said to get you. We will get you and bring you back.
Oh, you can tell that whining little sniveling coward to stick it up his ass. I'm not going anywhere, and he's not going to be able to save me. If people need my potions, I will be right here.
People need your potions.
They will.
In town.
They will need... I cannot make them in town. I need them here where my windmill is.
You have 10 minutes to get what you need. We are leaving, and I will take you whether you want to go or not.
You will not take me anywhere, and if you do, you will pay for it, because I will be of no help to anyone.
Package
For
up.
you, though, here. You've done a really good job. Here, take this. She hands over a potion for you, and she says, "Look, I really do actually appreciate the help that your group has given me. I'm not going anywhere, though. You need to tell them I'm not leaving."
But we were brought here to take you back to the village.
Who says that I want to go back to the village?
But it's safer there for you.
It's not.
You could set up your isolated little
There is no
healing
windmill
center there.
There is no windmill there. There is no. I need my things that are here. People know that this is safe. You can come back here anytime. I am only a stone's throw. I have not seen anything that's put me in danger.
Do you just need the windmill to grind stones?
I need all of my things here.
We
A
can-
workshop. And she points around, and you can see, there's a shit ton of stuff here that would be very difficult to replicate and to move. Like, it would take probably more notice than moving stuff. And you can see, even by her demeanor, she's kind of putting her foot down. She's like, I'm not going anywhere.
JR takes a deep breath.
We just need her to get back to town, get our money. She can come back.
Miss, we just need... Miss, I am sorry for the way I've treated you. It's been a rough day. There was a freaking manticore at your doorstep. We just would like you to come back to town. If that you can't help anyone there, then you're more than welcome to return. But we need you to come back to town where it's...
I'm not going anywhere. Just stop it.
Weird.
Maradius is just going to slide one of the glass jars off a shelf.
Don't you even do it.
Crash.
Out. Now. Get out.
Please come back
Get
to
out.
town.
Have you ever...
Get out.
Another glass jar.
Don't you dare.
Crash.
Have you ever heard the expression between a rock and a hard place? He's the rock.
Can you smell what I'm cooking?
Yeah, you can see her temper starting to rise, at this point, as what you're doing is aggravating her to a point where she's actually about to get physical with you. You can all leave now. I've given you a potion. There's your reward. Take it and fuck off.
It looks at Moradius looks at JR with a finger on another vase, another jar.
Very well.
To me?
This is the part I don't like about being the face, is making the decisions. Nikron, what say you? We're not going to get paid for this. We've failed our first quest as a party.
So the job, correct me if I'm wrong, was to bring her back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not safe out here. But if she refuses to come, she refuses to come.
I can take her back.
I don't know what your alignments are. Baronius, seize the girl.
And Moradius will grab Abracadabra.
Get your hands off of me.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make I don't even know how this works.
This is a grapple check, the most easy thing to do in any role-playing game.
Give
It's
me
on, be on your reference board.
this would be an
It's opposed athletics.
opposed. Yeah. So what we are doing we are making our first contest check.
Oh.
So we are contesting each other where I make a strength check and you make a strength check, and we see whether or not this works. Make your strength check.
Can we use a bonus action?
No. What do you mean a bonus action?
Well, there's a thing called a bonus action where
Yeah.
I can get really angry about doing something, and I'd like to get angry about something.
Okay, if you want to use your power,
I
your
would
rage
rage
powers.
up.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Strength check, you
She's
say.
pretty angry herself.
18.
Okay. You scoop her up and she beats and yells and screams the whole way as you start dragging her the few miles back to town. When you get to town, people start seeing her in your arms and they're like, let her go, let her go. She didn't do nothing. She's our healer. Why are you treating her? And, the whole time she's like, as you're covering her mouth. What are you going to do?
Take her straight to the townmaster's hall, knock on the door, and ask for Harbin Wester.
Okay, so you get to the townmaster's hall and you knock on the door.
No,
You hear a voice on the other side of the door saying,
If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal. Go away, go away. You can't eat. Are you a dragon? You have to tell me if you're a dragon. That's the rule.
Pretty sure dragons do not knock, miss.
What are you doing here?
We've come to about your request on the job board about delivering the midwife.
Open the door.
What do you mean? You've delivered the midwife?
Yes, and that's a good joke. Yes, instead of the midwife delivery, we've delivered her. She's here.
Delivery service?
Can you open up? She's getting a bit squirmy.
No, I'm not opening this door for anyone. Get stuffed. If you want your payment, I can. Tell me that she's here.
She is here.
Where?
Under my arm.
Why do you have her trussed up?
Because she wouldn't come.
Why have you brought her against her will?
Because you said to bring her.
No, the job was escort her here.
We did escort her. She was being
Not
attacked
kidnap her. Let her go at once. She is very valuable to us.
Very well, let her go. She was being attacked by a medical.
Moradius puts her down.
A woman, of course, sorry.
yeah, and she kicks you in the shins to very little effect.
Stubs a toe.
Yeah, and she says,
Harbin Wester, how dare you try and manhandle me like this? I have told you before I am not moving into there with you.
Oh, lover's tryst.
I didn't get them to kidnap you. I've told them I'm not letting anyone in here. There is a dragon out there. I do not want to get eaten. Go back to your own damn windmill if that's what you want.
We need to get paid.
It's true. We've done the job.
Once again, it was to escort her here, not to kidnap her.
We escorted her here safely. We drove off the manticore that was at her doorstep wanting to eat her.
I believe the sign said, urge her to come, not kidnap.
We did urge her and she refused to listen.
You will not get payment. Bonk.
What a bitch.
I can kick the door in.
No, she's not worth it. She probably doesn't even have the gold, the little old bitty.
I have
By the way, I'm a man!
Boom. I have no gold left now. All my gold is gone.
I have some. It's all right.
Do you mean we could have kept some gold?
Well, we did keep some gold.
What?
Well, I have 8 gold. I will feed us. Don't worry. We've got it. We'll be right. We'll earn more gold on another mission.
Back to the board.
Yeah. Well, what's the time of day?
The time of day, by the time you've gotten back, because it's, you started that whole thing in the morning, you're probably sort of mid-afternoon by the time you've gotten back to there.
Radis turns back to Adara.
I'll try and earn some tips in the show tonight.
Ma'am, I apologise. Would you like me to carry you home?
Fuck off! At that point, we zoom out of Phandalin and our little tribe of people who are making their way on the Forgotten Realms.
Perfect closing statement.
On the plus side, you did drive away a manticore, and that means you get to level up.
What? Already?
This game is so shit.
I haven't even attacked anything or cast anything. I just printed out this character sheet today.
Not everything means that you have to fight.
Righto.
Yeah,
Let's
not
level
every
up.
solution is won by sword and hammer and
On the upside,
kidnapping.
we'll be level 20 by next week and we'll be done with this shit.
And we'll see you next time. Beer.
Gossip.
Popcorn chicken.
No, that goes the other end. It's more. Don't go chasing waterfalls. It's like the river in Willy Wonka.
Oh, got the scoop. Oh, God, sorry.
Say some waffle later.
You turn into a chicken.
I already am a chicken.
Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. I don't know.
Is it a special blend of herbs and spices? I say, I do declare.
Oh, you should have done
I mean, boy.
I should have done Foghorn Leghorn. That's the voice I should have done. Can I retcon that?